Hi, welcome to my office. It's a beautiful day today, and last night I went for a walk. And I go for a walk every day, and I usually go around our lake that's outside of our this part of our neighborhood. I just walk up the hill, and there's this beautiful lake, and I usually go around there. But yesterday I put my headphones in, and I started to walk. And instead of going up to the lake, I went a different way. I went to the far northwest corner of this community, and I was just walking and talking to myself. Usually I'm listening to a podcast or music or call somebody, my mom or someone I want to talk with for a little while, because I usually do about 4 miles on my walk. And last night, as I was walking out at sunset, I was talking into my voice memo about how frustrated I am about my life and my work, and just lots of things going on, as I'm sure it is for anybody and everybody, and just really feeling sad for myself. And I am a positive guy, I think, but I also realized the reality and the gravity of the challenge. And so I was frustrated and just venting into my voice memo all that I was sad about, and that I must not, have much value or something, just that kind of like therapeutic conversation that you have with yourself. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that talks to myself. But as I was walking, I'm just walking into the distance, into the darkness of the sunset, and I all of a sudden heard a barking sound, a dog barking, and I just thought it was another dog in life that barks. And I just kept walking, talking, sad to myself, and I took a turn, and the barking got louder and louder, and it was like an excruciatingly loud bark. And I thought, that's a very loud bark. That dog is a little bit too loud. And why is he out here? Because I was in a construction area where all these homes are not finished, but there's just tons of foundations poured. And so I'm walking, and I'm still talking sad to myself about how I'm not sure how useful I am or helpful, or I must not have much, that I can do in this life. I was thinking mostly, I think about, how they say only essential jobs need to be, people need to go out and do their essential jobs. And I was like, I guess I'm not essential. Like, I was just feeling sad for me. And I come upon this dog who's barking, and I found the noise. The dog was in the foundation of a huge house that had been poured. It may have even been like a condo complex. It was huge, but I thought, and it was standing there looking at me, and I go, what are you doing down there? And he went, bark, bark, and he barked at me, and he just looked at me, and I thought, how did he get down there? There is no way to get down into that foundation. And I walked around and looked. There was no mother-in-law entrance or any stairway. There were a couple of window wells, and they were very deep compared to like my house. And I went, I think he fell down in there. So I just walked over. I said, hey, come here, can you jump up? And it looked like newly poured cement, but not really like completely fresh. He was just on top of it dancing around. He wasn't stuck in the cement. He jumped into the window well, and I shimmied my 40-year-old self down into the window well, and he was a little white pug with these kind of longer legs than I thought a pug had. And I said, hi, you okay? And I grabbed him under his front legs, and I lifted him up, and woohoo! And I threw him out over the top of the lip of the window well. And I just figured he, ran away, and I thought, well, that was interesting. So I climbed out, and I forced my way out of this window well, like a pull-up, sad, nothing you'd want to see on CrossFit. If you saw it on CrossFit, you'd be like, that's CrossFat. And I climbed out, and there he was, standing there like, and I go, oh, hey, and he's all, and he started squealing. And he started spinning, and like, I don't know if he licked my leg or he was bouncing up against my leg, like he was trying to hug me and say thank you. And then he was barking back down into the foundation. I don't know if he was like, I'm out, or if he was like, my ball is down there, help me. I didn't know what he was saying. And I was like, is there something else? Are you okay? It's over, go home. And he like danced around and he gave me a hug with his paws and he ran home. And I just kind of laughed. I was like, that was wild. That cute little dog. And it was hard for me to go back to what I was talking about to myself before this happened. This conversation, this sadness that I had been experiencing, or this therapy that I needed to talk out what I'm feeling about not being essential in the community or helpful. And it was one of those, just cycles of being sad for yourself. And then today, as I thought about it, because my family and I went back and we found the recording that I had been recording my sad talk to myself and how unuseful or unhelpful I feel. And we found that one little section of me finding the dog and realizing I could help it. And we listened to it as a family and everyone thought it was pretty cool. So I thought I'd share it with you here. And there's no video with it, so it's just my voice memo. But as I thought about it today, we don't need to play too much into why things happen. This could have just been complete circumstance, but I am a person of faith, and I do believe that God uses us for certain things, especially in our time when we're feeling really down and wondering our usefulness or our helpfulness. And even though I do send out messages of inspiration and faith and joy, I also have this side that is real, that is concerned and not sure, and sometimes feel despair and other things that a lot of people don't share, because I'm wanting to put joy out in the world. But if I were to read into this a little more on a faith side, I would say, instead of going on the normal path that I always do, which is around the lake, I, oddly in my sadness, was led to a place that I've never gone, and I don't know if I'll go again. But as I took a turn and another turn, all of a sudden there was somebody that needed my help. And in that moment, I guess I became essential for one animal in a great kingdom of this earth. And I think God knew that I had helped that animal, I guess, because there was no one around. I didn't pass one person on my walk, because it was at night, it was dark, it was starting to rain, the construction workers were gone, there were construction homes everywhere and just a few that were kind of finished. But I thought, I guess that even though I went a different direction than I ever go, that God may have led me to that dog, and that I didn't have a distraction in my ears to not hear it, and to not hear the call for help from someone in need. And that even as I was sad and going where I've never gone, I was still led to the place that I was needed the most yesterday. And it was a dog. And obviously I'd love to go somewhere where they could say, hey, there's all these riches and it will take care of you financially and it'll grant you health, and it's a miracle of health that you'll not get some virus and be killed or whatever. That would be neat to be led there, but all I was led to was to someone in need. And that's enough. That was a good day. And I'm grateful I could help that poor sweet little dog. It still makes me laugh that I got to meet him, and I hope he's okay. But I guess sometimes we just need to keep walking. and keep going even when we're sad and depressed and worried and not sure what's happening. So I guess that's what I'll keep doing. It is. Hey, are you stuck? Are you stuck? What are you doing down there? Why are you in there? Did you fall? How did you get in there? What? Why'd you do that? Come here. Come on. Come here. I'll get you out. I think you're stuck, huh? Come on. Come here. Are you okay? Can I get out if I jump down there? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Come here. Come on. Can you come up here? Come on. Okay, let's see here. Can I help you? Okay, watch out. Hey, hey. You're okay. You go watch. Woohoo! You're okay. Bye-bye. You're okay. It's okay. You're all right. Okay. You're welcome. Where are you going? Don't jump down there. What, is there something else down there? What is it? What's wrong? You okay? Go on. Go home. Go home. Go home. What is it? Huh. Huh. That was sad. Little pug. No, whatever that was. Bulldog. Good dog. Poor guy. Stuck in the foundation of a house. An unfinished foundation. He's stuck into that window well. I'm glad I could hear him and I wasn't listening to music. Huh. He was like yelling for me. Silly dog. Alright, where was I?